What's up, everyone? It's episode 5 of Spitballin'. I'm Carl, that's Cody, that's Azarelli, and we're back again after another exciting week of baseball.
Very exciting.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Not for the poor Mets fan.
Do you want to start it off this week with the Mets? Just get it over with.
So last week my zero has showed its ugly face again. Our Mets training staff is still the worst in all of sports history.
Thank you, Ray Ramirez.
Ray Ramirez,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything bad about you. You're probably a nice guy, but you're terrible, terrible training. I don't know what you are. You don't do your job, so I can't tell.
What did the Mets do this week?
We won 2 games in a row the past 2 days, but other than that,
There we go.
it was like 0 for 5 before that, so it was a bad week.
That's horrible.
But I will say, our Familia doesn't look the same, not yet. DeGrom is probably the hardest. I don't know what he's like the hardest working pitcher in baseball.
He's definitely the stopper of this Mets staff.
I mean, we have. He's not even our best pitcher, but he makes sure you don't lose too much.
Mhm.
Well, what happens is Syndergaard gets hurt.
Oh, he got hurt.
He got set back, yeah.
Setback.
So let's
And
see.
then-
Do you
and
want to
then-
know all our injuries? This
Hold on,
would take
hold
2
on.
hours.
Hold on. And then Harvey says he's not ready to start, and
He didn't say that. He had to start at 10:30.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to give
Harvey
Harvey the benefit of the doubt, knowing that he was pitching only 3 hours before
Not even.
actual game
He
time.
got at 10:30. It was his wake up.
And it was a 1 o'clock start.
but
Yeah.
hold on.
So,
He didn't pitch on early rest.
Mm-mm.
It was his normal rest.
it was his normal rest.
I don't care. You
So-
still have to be
let's-
ready to pitch.
You're right. You have to be ready to pitch.
Not 3 hours before.
mean-
And he still pitched decently. It's not like he pitched
He
bad.
pitched okay, but
It wasn't himself.
giving the fact that he got the call 3 hours,
I'm giving it. I wasn't
before
mad.
he was told to pitch. He's not in the right state of mind. I'll give Harvey the benefit of the doubt
I'm not
right
mad for
here.
that. But I mean,
guess. I don't know. I think if you're a starting pitcher and you're on normal rest, you should be ready to go no matter what. Whenever the
I
team,
do
you have
agree
no
with
idea.
that.
You're not a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, Cody.
whenever the team calls upon you.
Well, I mean, everybody has a ritual. If I have my ritual to work out the day before I start if I want to do yoga the day before I have a start, you have
Listen,
no idea sometimes.
I get it, but
He's not ready because he got called. His wake-up call was like, yo, bro, you're starting. Get your shit together.
okay. How'd the Yankees do this
The
week?
Yankees weren't too bad. They got rained out one day. They went 4-1. Ivan Nova, former Yankee, beat them in a very, very well-pitched game against Jordan Montgomery. Nova pitched well. Montgomery pitched well. Unfortunately, he took the L there. But the Yankees went on to win the next 4 games after getting rained out in Boston. I think it was Thursday night? I don't remember.
No.
But Tanaka pitched a complete game, 97 pitches, 3 hit, 3 strikeout
God.
performance. He was in control from the very first pitch, and he outdueled Chris Sale. And
Chris
I'm
Sale
gonna
looks
make-
like the best pitcher in baseball.
I'm going to make a point. I was watching High Heat with Chris Russo,
Yeah.
and all he talked about was Chris Sale. Like, oh, Chris Sale's going to go ham on the Yankees. He's going to strike everyone out.
Yeah. Well,
What about Tanaka? Tanaka's the ace of this staff for a reason, and he showed why.
You're right.
He's the ace of this staff.
Listen, Tanaka got off to a rough
Masahiro
start.
Maddox.
Mm-hmm.
He got off to a rough start in the beginning of the season, but now it looks like he's turning around. He's ready for this rivalry against Boston. He knows he can pitch there. He's gonna get everyone out. There's no big Poppy, so there's no big threat in that lineup.
Oh no, I still find that lineup really scary.
I agree.
I'm
I still
sorry.
find it scary.
You're lucky half of them are hurt, I feel.
And speaking of Big Poppy, I'm going to talk about Luis Severino, who, before his start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, struck out 6, got the win. Before his start on Tuesday? He pitched on Wednesday, and Tanaka pitched on Thursday. Severino was doing an interview, and he was like, thank goodness David Ortiz isn't here anymore. I couldn't get him out. I think Ortiz had 3 or 4 solo home runs against Severino.
Had his number.
Just last
He
year.
had his number last
And he
year.
even said he hated pitching in Fenway Park, and he looked like Pedro Martinez pitching in Fenway Park.
Yeah.
He was
Pedro.
in control.
Hey,
Yeah.
puppy.
Some of the Yankees, Sterling Castro had a big home run yesterday to tie the game in the
It was
9th
such a-
inning
Oh, that was
on
beautiful.
one knee.
It was beautiful
He took
to watch.
he proposed to that baseball.
He
and
did. And
took
he
her for a
kissed
ride.
it goodbye.
Yeah,
Off of Brad Brock, nonetheless.
I think the bigger home run in that game was Ellsbury's grand
first-
I mean, it was nice.
It brought them
But
back
that home run
to
was so
life.
Judge hit 2 home runs yesterday, and
Yeah.
then Holiday hit the walk-off in the 10th inning.
Judge had another home run today.
he-
He's got 10. He
Gardner-
leads the AL.
Gardner hit 2 home runs today. Romine hit a 2-run homer today.
Yeah.
Romine hit a career-high 5 RBIs today.
Yeah, that was
And
amazing
you got to
to
think,
watch.
Austin Romine is a starting catcher on some other teams.
Some teams. I wouldn't say on most teams.
No, not on most teams, on some teams. But when Gary Sanchez comes back, what are you going to do with Romine?
Roman's going to be the backup, and that's
Yeah,
it.
which is gonna be
We have a-
nice.
I think what they should do, since Bird isn't hitting, have Romine play first a little bit.
It's gonna be interesting.
I
He's
wouldn't
big
mind
enough.
if they brought Greg Bird down, let him get his confidence back, and then have Romine play first base. I don't see any problem
You have
with
to keep
that.
the hot bat in the lineup.
He played well.
Something
today.
Girardi does not know how to do.
Girardi doesn't know shit.
Now,
so let's talk about the Giants.
The Giants are just, they're not there yet. They're not hitting properly. They brought up Christian Arroyo.
Well, they're out of the basement in the NL West.
Are
they?
Yep, the Padres are
the worst team in baseball.
Yeah, they brought up Christian Arroyo to try and get some kind of life in that lineup. And
good
you know
young
what?
prospect.
He in his first major league game gets his first major league hit off
Clayton
a brand
Kershaw.
name, brand name Clayton Kershaw.
Clean single.
Yes. His next game hits his first career home run.
They tied the game.
Michael
Michael Morse tied the game.
Michael
That's
Morse
right.
tied the game, and then Hunter Pence walks it off with an RBI single. I mean, the kid's gonna bring some kind of pop to it.
He
I
plays
don't
good
know.
defense too.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen with him, but he needs to. The Giants need to start like showing up at the plate more. It's not there for them this season, and I don't know what's going on.
You also lost your leader.
Yes,
Yeah.
we lost one of the best pitchers in baseball. But still, it's just they have to wake up. That the bats aren't there. I forgot what it was. What was it? Kershaw. Kershaw didn't kill them.
Kershaw's not having his Kershaw.
Kershaw.
He's not. And
he's human this season. He's not pitching bad.
And you know what?
He gave up back-to-back home runs for the first time in his career this year.
Yeah.
Now,
That's saying something.
Ty Blanche is in the starting rotation now because Baumgartner's hurt, and he didn't pitch a bad
Yeah,
game
he pitched
at all.
against Kershaw.
5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks.
That's not bad.
Holding a
Great.
Dodgers lineup like that to 2 runs,
Oh, I know.
you should win that ball game.
He gave up the home run to Seager.
Yeah.
Right, I think.
Seager's a good.
Yeah, Seager's a great hitter.
So, again, for the 3rd week in a row, I will say the Giants lineup needs to show up.
And I do think the Giants will heat up as the season goes on. They just got Posey back last week. Brandon Belt's in a little bit of a funk.
Yeah.
Brandon Crawford's not hitting as well as he should.
Brandon Crawford just got back from the bereavement, and then they put him on a 10-day DL.
Did they?
Groin.
That's hard to...
Yep.
I have a lot of groin
That
issues
news
on my team too, so don't worry, I understand.
I mean, Brandon Crawford's probably the second best defensive shortstop in baseball.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Now, getting to our next segment, because I'm done talking about the Giants. Heroes and zeros. We have.
We'll do one each this week?
We're gonna do one
We're
each
a little
this
strapped
week.
for time because we
but-
have a bigger topic we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about one big zero first, and it's going to be the Mets training staff and Terry Collins.
I do
Yeah,
also want to
I
mention
love
zero.
it. You know,
Yeah.
what? We're
Like-
so good.
I'm sorry.
For 2 weeks in a row, you guys are our zeros. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You've been doing. You should be a zero. If we had this podcast any longer, you would have been the zero every week.
But going on to the points about it, it's just how do you see Cespedes swing in the cage?
Mhm.
You see him swing, and he can barely swing the bat. He's grabbing his
He's
leg,
struggling to
and
swing.
he's struggling to swing. How do you, as a manager and as the strength and conditioning coach, allow him to swing a bat in a major league game? He hit a double to the wall and was almost crawling to second base.
He looked in a lot of pain.
It's like the
I
old
don't
school
get it.
Miguel Cabrera, but he couldn't walk, but he was still hitting home
He still
runs.
can't
That's
walk.
that's why he was trying to hit home runs every at bat
Mhm.
because he's like, all right, I gotta just hit. I have to walk around the bases.
Really quick, sorry. This just in, Adam Eaton missing the entire season.
Not surprised.
Wow.
He broke
Yes.
his ankle. What did he do?
No, it was a torn
ACL?
Left
Wow,
ACL.
I'm surprised.
That is just in. He is out for the
That's a
season.
big blow for the Nationals, especially they just got him in the trade. They traded away Giolito, Ronaldo Lopez.
They
Big
gave up very
prospects.
good prospects, and this guy was their table setter.
He is. He's their leadoff hitter.
He was scoring a lot of runs. But
Because the 3 people behind him literally have 25 RBIs.
Well, now do you think Trey Turner leads off for them?
Yes, 100%.
I think so.
But getting on to the zeros, sorry about that. Az, who is your first? Oh, who is your zero?
Trumbo, he's not having a good week.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I
He,
know.
he literally-
Thank God for the Yankees.
Yeah.
right?
Before last night, he went 3 for 6. That's a really good day.
Yeah.
But before that, he was 0 for 23.
Oh my God.
That's just not cool. I didn't even check his strikeouts because I didn't want to see 15 strikeouts.
Probably a lot of
Like,
strikeouts.
I was a little disappointed. Like the guy is in a little funk to say the least.
Yeah, that's not good. They paid him a lot of money.
It's good for the Yankees, I'll say
hit.
that.
You
much.
versed him most of the week.
Mhm.
Like, what about you, Carl?
I got picked up Will Myers. Will Myers started off great. He hit the first cycle of the season this year,
Yeah.
but he went
He did.
4 for 27 this week. That's a 148 average. He only scored 3 runs. He hit 2 doubles. He hit a big 3-run home run the other night. But the big thing is for me, he hasn't walked. this week. He struck out 13 times, and that caused his average to dip from 360 to 304. That's a 54 difference in just a week.
Oh my God!
And
wow.
Will Myers is the face of this Padres franchise. I think he is.
With Matt
He
Kemp
is.
gone,
Mm-hmm.
and with no one really else showing that they're going to take that.
They
lead
have 3
role.
players from the Rule 5 draft thing,
Mhm.
so that means they can't be dropped off their roster, but they're not really major league players.
They're not. No.
They're not. They're not ready yet. They will be, but they're all young.
Will Myers is the guy that you need to build this team around.
I agree.
And the Padres.
But you can't even help him because
No.
who's gonna hit behind him? Some scrub.
They have Solarte, who's
He's aight.
a good hitter.
He's
I will
aight.
say that. Their
Yeah.
center fielder, Janikowski, he hits home runs. He'll steal bases.
Well,
but-
Solarte proved that he could hit when he was a Yankee.
Mm-hmm.
He was hitting with us. It was just.
It was a matter of timing, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
who's your 0?
getting to my 0, my 0 is Madison Bumgarner. He's not out from 6 to 8 weeks anymore, guys. He's out 3 months,
Minimum.
possibly coming back after the All-Star break.
That's a big blow for
And
the
you don't know how
Giants.
he's gonna be after that.
Mm-mm.
You're right. It's a grade 2 left shoulder sprain.
Was it his pitching shoulder?
Yes, his
Yeah.
pitching shoulder.
goodness.
So now, again, I can't stress enough. No stupid activities. Listen, you're getting paid to win baseball games. I'm sorry. That's your job. If your job right now, I work for a telecommunications company. My boss goes, listen, I'm paying you this amount of money. You can't go out and play softball next week because if you get hurt and can't work, you're not getting paid.
You're not gonna play softball.
You're
I'm not going to play softball. I'm sorry. I make my living
There's a lot
with
of-
my hands and my legs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do anything that threatens that.
But your boss won't do that, and you can play softball this week.
This is true. Anyway, now, moving on to our bigger topic.
Well, we gotta
We
go over
should do
heroes.
heroes.
Oh, right.
Come on,
So
Coach.
you want
I
to start
forgot.
off with your hero?
I'll start off with my
His
hero.
hero wasn't that good, so it's probably why.
My hero
I mean,
destroyed
uh,
someone's favorite team.
Yeah.
My hero is Ryan Zimmerman. Ryan
Hey, we
Zimmerman.
gave him 2 weeks.
Ryan Zimmerman,
He had a
in
good
the
week
past
this week.
6 games, went 10 for 24, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs.
My guy's doing better.
Now, hold
my
on.
hero.
He's gotten
Same.
31 total bases. He's on a 7-game hitting streak.
He's going nuts. Today, he went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, and a home run.
and a home run.
As of today, Ryan Zimmerman now leads the league in average, RBIs, and is tied for home runs with Eric Thames.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he is doing something he's never done in his career.
You remember when Ryan Zimmerman couldn't play third base anymore?
Exactly.
And he couldn't throw the ball, and now they have him at first base. He's
And he
more
still can't throw the
comfortable.
ball.
He still can't throw the
He
ball.
literally threw the ball into center field twice.
He was a, he
From
was,
first base. That doesn't. I don't even know how that happens.
he was a home run guy and an RBI guy.
Mhm.
Now he's hitting for average.
It's scary.
That
In
is
a
not
Nationals-
gonna last.
better
In
watch
in a
out.
Nationals lineup that
He has protection.
everywhere.
He has
in
a
that
lot of
lineup.
protection.
Yeah.
That lineup is very scary. They're leading every offensive category possible except strikeouts, which are not striking out
It's
very
crazy.
well.
Who is your hero?
My hero was Mr. NC Boomstick, Nelson Cruz. And
Yeah.
he put on a show this week. He hit 500 this week, went 8 for 16, scored 6 runs, hit 2 doubles,
Jeez.
3 home runs, hit a home run today. He went 1 for 4 today, drove in 10 RBIs. And Nelson Cruz, he's going to hit 40 home runs this year. He's going to drive in 100 runs.
Of course he is. I just can't see how most pitchers have adjusted to
Hi,
him
Bella.
and have figured out a way to
Get him out.
neutralize him.
Mhm.
The guy hits 40 home runs almost every single season.
I mean, when
And
you
it's
have
incredible.
when you have Cano hitting in front of you, you have Mitch Haniger, who just went on the 10-day DL, and Taylor Motter, even.
Yeah.
Look at Taylor Motter. Look at the way he's hitting. This Mariners lineup is better than we expected. And it's led by Cano and Nelson,
You're right.
and Nelson Cruz.
It's the pitching staff that needs to get on
Well,
track.
King Felix is on the DL. James Paxton looks like the ace of this staff. Iwakuma, he's walking too many guys. He's giving up a lot of
Yeah.
hits. But I think they'll turn things around.
I think they will.
They were my pick to win the second wild card spot. So
Who do you have
hopefully.
as your hero?
The best player of this week, Paul Goldschmidt. I think he might be. Right now, he's looking like the best first baseman in baseball at the moment.
Bold statement.
You know,
Yeah, very bold.
I mean,
statement
he
with our
is-
next segment
Yeah.
coming up.
at the moment, I'm saying current.
Current.
So-
Okay.
He's hit this week. He went 10 for 17. That's a 589 average, and he had 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Took 4 walks because he has the best eye in
He's
baseball,
got
in
a
my
very
opinion.
good eye.
And he had 2 steals to boot because he's the
There you
fastest first baseman in
That's,
baseball.
that's the thing I like about Goldschmidt. He's patient at the plate. He'll
Yeah.
take the walk when he needs to.
And you know what? A couple weeks ago, he joined the 100 Club.
Mhm.
100 home runs, 100 stolen
steals.
bases. I don't know how many first basemen have done that.
Not very, Alex Stroh. I don't even know who. Like, to be honest.
I don't know either.
Goldschmidt, literally, this week, he's already, I think, 6 steals, 6 home runs so far. Like,
Well, he's on a very good offensive team. When you have players like A.J. Pollock, Chris Owings,
Pollock.
Jake Lamb. I love A.J. Pollock. Chris Owings, Jake Lamb, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt is their table setter. He does everything for him.
They have a very good
And he's a
lineup,
great
and
defender.
that ballpark,
It's a very hitter-friendly
it's
ballpark.
a hitter-friendly. It's big, but it's a very hitter-friendly.
It
ballpark.
is. And they lost Shelby Miller to Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
Hopefully Zach Greinke can pitch like the AC did in Los Angeles.
Pitch like they paid him
Taiwan
to.
Walker's pitching very well. So we'll see what happens with the Diamondbacks this year.
Yeah.
Them and the Rockies are fighting for the top spot right now in the National League West.
The Rockies are winning that wild card spot.
I think so too.
Getting on to the bigger story.
The bigger,
guys.
yes.
Our next topic is first baseman and third baseman. Top 5 over the last 5 seasons. Now,
my first baseman.
My first baseman is Miguel Cabrera.
I think we're all
in
consensus
here.
for over the past 5 years. Yes, it is
Miguel Cabrera. He's too good not to have his.
I mean, he has a triple crown in the past 5 years.
He's got a triple crown, back-to-back MVPs. He's
an all-star for 4 years.
All-star for 4 years. He's got 44 home runs, back-to-back seasons, 2012, 2013. And then 25 home runs, 18 home runs, 38 home runs. The guy.
It's a good year.
Dude,
I mean, a couple of years.
And the year that he had 18 home runs, he only played 118 games.
Yeah,
he got hurt.
Yeah,
he was hurt.
But he
most
batted
of that year.
.338.
He was only
still
hitting,
won the batting title that year.
No, I remember because he was like just literally couldn't walk to after second base. He just
I'm gonna just read off his stats for the past 5 seasons. He's 34 years old. He's still kind of young, and to be hitting the way he is, he played 745 games. 382 of them were at first base. So he's played more than half of his games at first base. Those of you that are saying he's a third baseman, there's the numbers right there. Suck a dick.
I was expecting that.
But he's got 922 hits in 2,812 at-bats. That's good for a 328 average. Scored 496 runs.
Do you know what his career batting average is?
Probably over 320.
It's 320.
That's
and guess
nuts.
what? There's only 2 years in this guy's career he's batted under 300. And do you know what those averages were? 292 and 294.
Yeah, he hasn't had an average below 300 since that 292 season in 2008.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. He's the batting champ 2012, 2013, 2015. He's a 4-time Silver Slugger.
And he hits home runs.
The only year he didn't win it was when Jose Abreu won it in 2014.
He's the last person to win a Triple Crown since Carl Yastrzemski in 1967.
And he's made 17 errors at first base. Granted, he doesn't play the field as well as he used to, but he's still a sure-handed first baseman.
Over his entire career, he's got 58 errors.
At first base?
At first base. 58 errors at first base over a how many year career? That's incredible.
He's been here since 2002.
There you go.
He played the outfield. He played third, but
he's played everything.
That's beside the point.
It's because he's not an elite defender.
No, but he's still very short-handed.
He's short-handed. That's it.
Getting on to the second, I think we all put Goldschmidt at 2. Goldschmidt's had great numbers.
I think, and he's young, so
he's 29 years old, 5 years younger than Cabrera.
We were just talking about he's got the 100-100 club.
And he just keeps stealing more bases.
He constantly bats 300. I mean, the guy was robbed of an MVP award when McCutchen won.
I still think McCutchen should have won that. I think McCutchen deserved that MVP award.
These were his Goldschmidt's numbers in 2013. You decide. 36 home runs, 125 RBIs, batted .302. He had 15 stolen bases. McCutchen 317, 21 homers, 84 RBIs, 27 stolen bases.
But I will say McCutchen led
more RBIs.
McCutchen led the Pirates to the playoffs for the first time.
But playoffs shouldn't matter.
How long?
They always say playoffs don't matter.
No.
The MVP.
I think wins. Your team has to do decent. I do agree.
But I mean, if you look at Mike Trout, he's on the Angels. They win 70, 60 games a year, but he is the best player in baseball.
And
he's going to win the MVP every single year.
So why not Goldschmidt
that year?
I don't know.
I understand you love McCutchen. I love McCutchen too. He's my MVP.
I think he deserved that MVP that year.
I
think he just had a better
year.
If
you go by the numbers, Goldschmidt deserves it.
And I will say,
I think he plays honestly, McCutchen that year in center field was dirty.
And I will say, Goldschmidt that year, 2013, he finished second in MVP voting. He was an all-star. He won Gold Glove and Silver Slugger. Led the National League in home runs, RBIs. Led the National League in slugging, OPS, and total bases.
Exactly.
He's only made 28 errors in first base in the past 5 years. He's got over a 300 average.
That's insane.
Over 100, almost 190 doubles.
He's
got 10 triples.
He's a hitting machine.
He is.
He's a hitting
He's a
machine.
very good hitter. I think he's the best hitting first baseman since, I don't know, maybe Jason Giambi.
Whoa.
How about the guy that we just spoke about, Miguel Cabrera?
He's the predecessor to Cabrera.
Yes.
Yes. Now, my third was Adrian Gonzalez. Now we're going to differ.
This is where we're going to start.
I said Adrian Gonzalez because Adrian Gonzalez has showed with the bat that he can just flat out hit. He's won 4 Gold Gloves in 08, 09, 11, and 14.
But we're not talking about 08, 09, and 2011.
I know. I'm just giving you his career.
I know.
Now, in the past 5 seasons, 18 home runs, 22 home runs, 27 home runs, 28 home runs, 18 home runs. 108 RBIs, 100 RBIs, 118 RBIs, 90 RBIs, 90 RBIs.
He's good for 90 RBIs a season.
He's in my top 5. He's my number 5. And the thing is, I would like to see, the one reason I have him there is because he's consistent, but he's also inconsistent at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is the hottest player normally in MLB from the months April to June, and then he cools off significantly.
He does.
You're right.
That's why, like, if you look at his splits from first half and second half, his first half numbers almost always are better. Like,
yes, his first half, he always starts out hot, but you know what? He doesn't turn into like a pumpkin.
Oh, no.
He still hits
that's why he's
still an above average.
Correct.
And
I want him on my team.
Power plus.
Actually, that's a lie.
He's a very clutch hitter, too.
Lucas Duda is a goat, so I'm going to just throw that out every once in a while.
Okay. Then
my number 3, I picked Joey Votto.
That's right.
As did I.
For our number 3. He's 33 years old.
He was my number 4.
He's 33 years old. In the past 5 seasons, he's only played 651 games. He missed 100 games in 2014 with a quad injury.
Yeah, he got hurt.
But the guy the thing is, the guy can hit.
He can hit.
He might be the best. Like, he has, for some reason, the guy just knows what he's doing. He's a professional hitter.
He walks at an incredible rate.
So does Goldie.
How many walks has he had in the past 5 years?
I was just about to say, Joey Votto, in the past 5 years, has walked as many times as he's struck out, 527 times. He's led the National League in on-base percentage in 2012, 2013, and 2016. This guy gets on base more than any other first baseman in the league.
On a team other than Cincinnati, he would be
Joey Votto's an MVP
better.
On any other team besides Cincinnati.
Because they're not getting recognition or wins.
He won an MVP in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
His stats were
honestly
amazing.
his stats
he had
better.
A great,
his stats have gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
He's becoming a more well-rounded hitter.
I didn't get his stats for 2010 because we're talking about the last 5 seasons. But I just needed.
But he hasn't gotten worse. He's gotten better.
He has gotten better, and he's been very consistent.
He's more disciplined now. I know it's crazy because he keeps walking.
Do you know what he did last year? He batted .326, 29 homers, 97 RBIs. He would have a lot more RBIs if he had better hitters on that team.
I agree. And after they traded Jay Bruce, who did a majority of the hitting for the Reds?
Him.
Joey Votto.
And they got rid of Brandon Phillips, so.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody else on that team really looks like that.
Cozart's still there. Frazier's with the White Sox.
The team is dismantled.
Now, my 4 was Votto. What was your 4?
My number 4 was Edwin Encarnacion, and your 4 was
Anthony Rizzo.
So we talked about Votto. Do you want to talk about Rizzo?
Rizzo is just—he's the captain of that Chicago Cubs team. He's their longest tenured player, I think, right now.
I think so.
Like, I mean, the only person that I think outbeats him are a couple of pitchers, but the guy he's
still young. He's 27 years old,
and he's been through a lot. The guy is a cancer survivor.
He is.
You're right.
Much respect.
Like,
to
he's
Rizzo.
one of my favorite players in all of baseball.
You know
the guy, he has 3 All-Star appearances already?
3 consecutive All-Star appearances.
The one thing about Rizzo is he just started to turn on the hitting. He's a career .273 hitter right now over the past 5 seasons.
He's there.
And I will say he's a very good defensive first baseman.
He's
great.
He's hit 30+ home runs the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I just want to say I know there's no official title, but I don't think there is yet. But he is that captain. He's that leader in that group.
I agree.
And he took
the
Cubs to a World Series championship.
And they won the first World Series in 108 years.
You're right. But
he keeps finishing really high in the MVP voting every year. Last year he came in 4th. 2 years in a row, I think he's been 4th.
Came in 4th 2 years in a row.
I agree. He got beat out by his teammate this year.
Which I think, you know what's really sad? He had they both had identical stats, but Chris Bryant is more of a household name to me. But I think Rizzo is a better defender. I think he does a lot of things better than him.
Well, I don't think Chris Bryant should have won the MVP.
I don't even
this
think
year
he comes
anyway.
close.
My favorite thing about Anthony Rizzo, within the past 5 seasons, he's been hit by 70 pitches.
He is.
He stands
He
right
is
to that
not
plate.
afraid. Yes, he stands
Stands
very close to the
that
plate.
plate.
He's not
He could get
afraid.
hit.
He's not afraid. That's
Right.
what I like
He's
about
a big
Anthony
boy.
Rizzo.
He has nothing to fear anymore.
No,
He
yeah.
He's literally
Now,
the toughest guy.
I want to talk
in
about
baseball.
Edwin Encarnacion though,
Go
because
ahead.
I think he's a guy that goes very under the radar when it comes to first base.
Well,
He's 34 years old. He's on the Indians now. He's played 727 games within the past 5 seasons. 361 of them were at first base, and that's 7 more games than he's played at DH. You guys can say he's a full-time DH. He's played more games at first base. He's hit 143 home runs, 150 RBIs. He's walked 392 times, has 1,458 total bases. His slugging and OPS are off the charts. He's an all-star three
I can
times.
see his stats over the past 5 years in Toronto, but he had so much protection in Toronto. I want to see what he
doesn't
does.
affect-
I want to see what he does in Cleveland.
I think he's starting off slow this season. Give the Indians some time.
He
to
doesn't
work
have
out.
Donaldson. He doesn't have Batista.
No,
he doesn't
but
have.
He's
Tulo.
got
Yeah, he doesn't
hitters
have Tulo.
like
He doesn't have Russell Martin. He doesn't have
I don't think that affects
Michael
his
Solar,
Smoke.
Michael Saunders, Smoke. He doesn't have all these
numbers
bats around
though.
him.
But his numbers over those 5 years were his numbers.
They were his
Like,
numbers.
you're
He
right,
made
like,
22 errors at first
you
base
can't-
those 5 years.
You can't fully take into account his situation. The guy, pure out hitter.
Him
Yeah.
and Big Papi tied for the American League lead in RBIs
You're
last
right.
year with 127. He hit that big 3-run home run in the wild card game.
Yeah.
Almost as good as
When the Orioles didn't bring in Zach Britton.
Should have.
They should have, but
There's a
they
lot
didn't.
of bad managerial decisions over the last.
And now, my 5, I had Rizzo, but we already spoke about him.
And I had Gonzo, as we also spoke about.
I couldn't decide between Rizzo and Gonzalez because their stats are almost very similar.
So you had them tied.
I had them tied in their 5th spot
Okay.
because they're both very consistent, great fielding
Yeah.
first basemen, and I honestly couldn't put a spot on both of
I
them.
agree. Now, that's how a first baseman.
But really,
Now, third baseman.
it's a little different.
It is a little
It's a little
different.
different. Now, third baseman, I know we said the last 5 seasons, but there's one player that has just played absolutely out of his mind that we had to put him in because we didn't.
had to talk about
We
him.
would have got killed, and it's Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
He's my number 1.
He's my
As
number
mine,
2.
but I'm very biased.
His number
I'm very
one-
biased.
He's
his
my number
number
2.
2.
I'll explain who my number 1
Now-
is, but we'll talk about Arenado first.
From 2013 to 2016, 4 years, the guy's won a Gold Glove every single year. He's the defensive player of the year in 2015, 2016, and over the past 5 seasons, he's had 10 home runs, 18 home runs, 42 home runs, 41 home runs.
He led the National League in home runs and RBIs the last 2 years. He led the National League in total bases the last 2 years. The thing I will say, he made 53 errors at first
He did.
base.
He
Third.
He,
At
he
third,
did make
sorry,
a lot of
yeah,
errors,
thank
but you
you.
know what?
It's because he has the most opportunity. I know it sounds like, but the thing is, he'll make a lot of errors. I guess it's not. I wouldn't even say it's a lot. 10 a year is really nothing for a third baseman to
Not
me.
really, no.
But the thing is, his other abilities, he'll make plays that no other third baseman in the league could
You're
make.
right.
That's the
he
reason
can-
he wins the Gold
the-
Gloves.
He gets to more balls than other third basemen.
Right, which leads him to more errors
Yes.
too.
And they do call it the hot corner
But-
for a reason.
Put it this way. In the last 2 seasons, 130 home runs, 133
RBIs.
RBIs.
I mean, yeah, sorry.
If he somehow makes it to 140, he's had 400 RBIs in.
But listen, he's
3
on
years.
pace. If he's trending this way, 150 home runs by his age 29, 30 season.
He's
He's
26
really
right now.
Think about that. Think about what this type of player we're missing. I get it. He plays in Colorado.
I
If
don't.
you
that
check-
doesn't affect me.
check
I think
check his
his
splits. They're
Splits
fine.
are almost similar.
They're identical.
So
Now, moving on from Arenado, our 2s differ.
My 2 is his 1, if that
yeah,
matters.
my number 1 is, I think both of your 2.
Yeah, my 2. Adrian
Beltre.
Beltre.
I think Beltre is the best third baseman for the past 5 years, and I'll explain why. He's 38 years old. He's played in 761 games. He's had an average of .310 over that time. That's 109 hits and 2,934 plate appearances. Has scored 434 runs, 161 doubles, 8 triples, 135 homers, 458 RBIs. His OBP is .362. His slugging percentage is .508. His
That is out of his
OPS
mind.
is .870.
Now, think about all of those numbers.
But Beltre has been doing this
think
for
about
his
15
entire
years, not just
career.
five.
Really, this is
He's a whole.
this isn't
This
just,
is the first Hall of Famer I think we've witnessed on our list.
No,
I lied. Cabrera also.
Cabrera.
Both our number ones because
They are all both
they're
Hall of Famers.
But hold on. That's just the offensive numbers.
Mhm.
You go to the defense. He's got 5 gold gloves. He's got 2 platinum gloves.
Yeah, wait, those are new too.
Those are new.
He won platinum gloves at 11 and 12, gold gloves
That's when
at
it
7,
started, I
8,
think.
11, 12, 16.
I think it started in 10. I don't
10.
remember.
Now-
It means you're the best
But-
defender in the
In the
league.
league,
guy
yeah.
is a
He's a beast.
vacuum.
Oh,
at
he's
third
great.
base. And you know what?
If you hit it near him and he's catching
He's
it, he's
not-
gonna throw you
He
out.
should patent the swing on his knee.
Oh, it's so great.
The swing from his
Oh,
Charlotte
Beltran-
Castro would have had to pay
Beltran-
up last night.
I will
Doesn't
say,
catch you.
Beltran, he's a 2-time All-Star in these 5 years, 2012, 2014, won 2 Gold Gloves. He's a Silver Slugger winner, finished in the top 15 in the MVP these past 5 seasons, led the American League in hits. He's had a 300 average for 4 of the 5 seasons, and the one season where he didn't hit 300, he still hit 287, which is great. He's had 30 doubles over 7 straight seasons.
That's incredible.
He's a 9.
He's a very good hitter.
He's a
That's all I'm
9-time
gonna say.
Silver Slugger. He's a 4-time All-Star. He's won 5
I'm-
Gold Gloves.
I'm
He's made 61 errors at third base.
Yeah.
But he's been around since 1998.
I
He's
know.
been around for a while.
He's been here for a while. I'm excited to see what he does after he comes off the DL. He started the season on the DL with the calf sprain.
He's still there,
He's still
unfortunately.
there. I'm excited to see what he could do in yet another major league.
I am as well. I like Adrian Beltre. Ever since he hit 48 home runs in 2004 and should have won MVP that year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
That's
loved
great.
Adrian
Yeah.
Beltre. Even when he was on the Red Sox, I absolutely loved Adrian Beltre.
Okay.
All right, so number 3 is where we're gonna all start getting
Yeah,
different.
it's gonna be different. I have Evan Longoria. You have
I have Kyle Seager.
and
And
you
I have Josh Donaldson.
Josh
okay.
Donaldson.
Now I don't have Donaldson in mind because he hasn't played like
A full five.
not a
He
full
has.
5 season. He just hasn't been good for 5 seasons.
You see,
He hasn't been better than the people that I've picked for the past.
We're at 31
5
minutes
seasons.
now. I feel like we're gonna go another maybe 15.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna
so-
argue.
But let's try and condense this.
Mhm.
Longoria over the past 5 seasons.
Longoria's in my top 5. He's my number
Yeah.
5. We'll
Mhm.
put that there.
Longoria is my 5 as well.
Yeah.
But let's talk about him in number 3.
For me, for number 3, he's got the last 5 seasons, these are home runs. 17, 32, 22, 22, 36. Now, his RBIs, he played only 74 games in 2012, but he had 55 RBIs, batted 289.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had
hamstring injury.
The next
man.
year, 88 RBIs, 91 RBIs, and 73 RBIs, and 98 RBIs. He's won back-to-back Gold Gloves in 09 and 10.
Mhm.
He's a solid defensive.
He's a very solid defensive third baseman.
I thought he would have been traded to the Mets already because the Mets needed a
We
third
should have
baseman
had
for
him.
David Wright.
I can see Longoria in City Field.
Yes.
You
That
know
would
what I
be a
could see?
Very good fit.
You know what I could see? Nolan Arenado coming here? Just saying.
Imagine if the Mets would have to give
He
up.
doesn't
to
want
him.
to.
no.
He doesn't want to destroy his career. Relax.
That's also
Time
true.
out, he
Or
did-
get hurt.
Yeah, he'll never get. No.
We already spoke about Nolan.
hmm
Who'd you have at 3?
I had Kyle Seager at 3. Kyle Seager's only 29 years old. I think he's the youngest person on my... No, besides Arenado, Kyle Seager's the youngest person on my list. He's played
I have two youngins on
739
mine.
games, which I think is the most... Yeah, he's played the most games out of all 5 of my first basemen on this list.
Third.
He-
Third baseman.
Third, yeah, sorry. He's hit 266, which is a respectable average
I'm
for
fine with
Seattle.
that.
386 runs, 10 triples, 107 doubles, 123 homers, 424 RBIs, 289 walks, 556 strikeouts, which is a lot. He's an All-Star and a Gold Glove winner in 2014. He struck out 100 times in the past out of the 4 or 5 seasons. He struck out 98 times in 2015. Last year, though, he set a career high with 30 homers, 94 RBIs or 99, I think it says here. I can't even read my own fucking handwriting. Wow. He's a 287 average, 69 walks. Sorry, I'm all over the
Well,
place.
he won a
today.
Gold Glove in 2014.
He scored 89 runs last year, and he tied his career high with 166 hits last year. Granted, he's made 74 errors at third base over the past 5 seasons, but I
Third
think
baseman.
There's your
Our
one,
numbers are my.
Mhm,
but there's your 1 Gold Glove.
yeah,
But
I will agree.
I have Seager at my 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he's
I think he's-
definitely a top 5 third
I think
baseman.
he's got the
I think
highest
he's-
ceiling out of all of these third basemen here. He still has
not Arenado.
besides Arenado.
I have 2 players I think have higher ceilings.
I think
on my
Kyle
list.
Seager is
He's
possibly an MVP sometime.
One
in
day
his
he
career.
can be.
You're right.
You know.
Now, who do you have at your 3?
My 3 is Donaldson. Donaldson has had 4 full healthy seasons in the past 5. his first year he only played 75 games, and wasn't the same player. But after the 2013 season started, his batting averages were basically all hovered around 300. His best one ended up being 301, but he had a year where he was 297 and 280.
He won the MVP when he hit 297.
That year is the year we talk about.
41 home runs,
Yeah.
120 something RBIs.
Yeah, the
He
guy-
had an incredible
the guy is
year
nuts.
that year.
He's made he's finished top 8 in MVP the past 4 years, and he has 1 win. He has 2 top 4 finishes, and 3 All-Stars and 2 Silver Sluggers. He's hit for home runs the past 4 years, his past 4 full healthy years. It was 24, 29, 41, and 37.
Yeah.
The guy can hit the ball a very long way.
Yes,
and it's not a small park.
Now,
Go ahead.
he can hit very well. Let's see what he does this season. Again, without a
He's
bat
on the
behind
he's
him.
on the DL.
He's
right
on the
now.
DL already.
But without Encarnacion behind him, let's see what he can do.
He's played. This year before he got hurt, 9 games. He's had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and he's batting .320.
It's not bad.
I
He's-
mean,
not bad at all.
he's a hitter.
I will say,
But he doesn't play the defense that the other people on my list do.
I will say though,
He's the worst defender
Donaldson
on my list.
probably has the most fire in his system, has the most energy, going out there ready
he
to
plays with an
play.
intensity
that
not
not
a
many
lot
other
of
people
play
match.
The
with.
one play I remember when he won the MVP, they were playing the Indians. He was on third, and I think either Bautista or Encarnacion hit a little pop-up behind second, and Kipnis caught it over his shoulder, and Donaldson tagged up from third in short outfield and
Because he
scored.
He's a smart baseball
He's
player.
a very smart
Very
baseball
smart.
player, and I respect him for that, because he's going to be very, very good for a very long time.
You're right. He's young too. So my 4 is Todd Frazier.
The Todd father.
Todd
The Todd father.
I had the pleasure of meeting him in Chicago. He's a very nice guy. Comes over.
From Jersey, too.
Yeah.
Jersey
comes
kid.
over, talks to you, has a conversation with you. He's humble, and that's what I love about a player. But not only is he humble,
What are his
but
stats
what
like?
he's done. Last 5 seasons, 19 home runs, 29 home runs, 35 home runs, 40 home runs. Just increasing in the home runs. And you know what? He's doing it now in Chicago, where he has nobody.
He has Jose Abreu, which
I like
is
Abreu.
some
And,
protection.
he's
got
his
no-
name,
He's
by
got
the way?
Melky.
And Avisel. Whatever his
Oh,
name.
Avisel Garcia.
Yeah,
And he's an average hitter.
He's batting so well right now.
And he'll score runs,
Yeah, but
too.
it's the beginning of the season. But
We're talking
he-
about everybody right now.
Yeah.
he really
we are.
doesn't have anybody like a Jose Batista, Donald.
I mean,
He
Abreu
does
is
have
there.
Abreu. He does have Abreu, and Abreu hit 2 home runs today.
But he's got just Abreu.
I agree. Okay.
You can pitch around
You
too.
can, if you
Mhm.
can.
Absolutely.
You can pitch around too.
One thing I will say about Frazier, though, he strikes out a lot.
He does strike out a lot. He's not a very big average guy.
He plays decent defense.
He does play
he
very
plays
good
decent
defense.
He's got the RBIs,
Mhm.
but I have him at 4 because I don't think he's better than Longoria, but I think he's better than Seager on my list.
Okay, I
My
respect it.
next guy is a guy who hasn't really played very long, but his potential is through the roof, and he still had some crazy seasons. And it's Manny Machado. Manny Machado has played 5 years now, but he's been hurt a lot. I'll give him that.
He had the
quick-
thing with his knee.
Really quick, Manny Machado hit a home run
Oh my goodness!
that was
Yesterday.
470 feet.
Oh my!
He almost broke. There's another 45 feet at the record.
Yeah.
it's nuts.
It was incredible. I can't believe what he
Absolutely
what
destroyed
he
that
did.
ball.
Yeah, I know. It was
The thing-
and you know what? I've seen 2 balls go that far.
Judges didn't even go that far.
No, in batting practice,
Oh,
Judge hit
okay,
a
okay.
bomb
Mhm.
that hit there, and then he hit that ball.
During the game.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no, it's game time.
Mhm.
So the thing is, when he was 20 years old, right, his first full season in the league, he had 51 doubles.
That's crazy.
Reminds me of Brian Roberts.
I mean, he
Remember how he
yeah.
always used to hit the doubles for the
Yeah.
Orioles?
The thing is, he didn't have as many home runs then as he does now. He does hit now.
Mhm.
He had 14 that year. He stole 6 bases. The guy was a doubles machine. I think he broke the
The
all-time.
rookie record.
Yeah,
for doubles.
right. It wasn't technically his rookie season. It was his
Mhm.
first 162 games.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
The guy he hasn't batted since. He keeps batting better and better. He started at 283, 278, 286, 294. He's a consistent like 280 hitter for ACL.
You're right, but I can't put him in my list above people who have had such a larger body of work.
You see,
I agree.
The thing is,
I
his
have
potential.
to see a larger body
He
of
might
work.
be the best player on the.
I agree. His potential is
His
exponential.
potential-
And the thing
but-
is, he's the second best defender on the list.
Besides Arenado.
That's just personal opinion.
No, I believe so also. But
Yeah.
but listen, what happens? He goes out tomorrow and his career ends. I can't judge a guy on 4 seasons.
We did it for.
Arenado is just a special player. And what he's
I
done.
mean, what's it called? Half these players have missed so many games that they're at that point.
Not
he's missed-
Longoria, not Frazier.
Frazier,
not
how many
Seager.
games does Frazier have? Do you have that down or no?
I'll find out right now, but he's definitely a lot more than Machado.
Machado, the thing is though, the guy, and he keeps getting better. The past 2 seasons, he hit 35 home runs apiece. In a lineup that's decent. It's not
A lot of power hitters in that line.
right. It's not. He's not going to have many people on.
Todd
base.
Frazier has been in the league since 2011. He's got 807 games.
Wow. Machado's been in the league since 2012, and he has 630.
I mean, he missed a lot of time with injuries, Machado.
Right,
so-
and he has a full less year, and he's only 120 games behind. It's really not that
120 games. How many games does Machado have?
630.
630. Okay.
I'm gonna talk about my
It's
fourth guy.
It's 1 year
Yeah.
difference. It's a
And
full year.
it's a guy that both of you probably don't expect. Martin Prado.
No. You see, the only reason I don't have him on there
hey.
is because of his links. Wasn't he linked to? I thought he was.
No,
No,
nothing.
I'm
It
thinking of
was
Melky.
Melky.
Yeah.
Or D. Gordon.
D. Gordon.
Nah,
Well, Martin Prado, he's 33 years
He's
old.
a
He's
hitter.
still young. He came up in 2008 with the Braves. He played everywhere.
I've seen
Third,
him so much, I
second,
hate him.
short, outfield.
Yeah.
He played in the past 5 seasons, 736 games. 532 of them were at third base. So he's a third baseman. He's racked up 836 hits and 2,862 at bats, which is good for a 292 average. He scored 335 runs, 163 doubles, 17 triples, only 53 home runs. He's not a big power guy, but he puts the bat on the ball. He's a very good clutch hitter. He's a great fielder.
I've seen him so much in my lifetime watching him play against the Mets. He's a good hitter.
He is a very good hitter.
He
He
used to be a
uses
Mets killer.
all parts of the ballpark, which is what I like. And when the Yankees had him,
It was
he
nice.
was
right?
a very big asset for them.
Did he ever win a batting title, or he came really close?
He came very close to winning a batting title, and I think he deserves a batting title because
He could do it.
he's
you
a
know?
very, very good hitter.
He's a contact hitter.
He's
that's
a
it.
contact hitter.
I want one of those in my lineup so bad. I don't have one. I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah.
It must be really nice to have a guy on the base.
My 5.
My number 5 was Evan Longoria.
My
We
number
spoke
5
about
was
him.
Seager. We spoke about him.
And
You have-
Longo is
you have
my number
Longo.
5.
So there's our top 5 in first baseman and third baseman.
Second baseman and shortstops next week. Catchers, maybe.
Comment below on who you think your top 5 first baseman and third
And
baseman
who you want to
is.
see next week?
Yeah.
You know?
See-
What position you'd like to see next week?
Yeah. What else? Any more comments?
Bryce Harper. I just want to put out a stat.
Oh my
I hate
God.
the guy, but like, so far he's never had. Before this year, he's never had a 4-for-4 game. So far this year, he has 3.
Yeah, Bryce Harper he's actually playing out of his mind.
He's playing way better than he did in his MVP season.
Yeah.
Let's put that there.
One thing I will say to close it off, Didi Gregorius is back for the Yankees.
Oh, that's
He's a
very
huge
That
part
is
of that
beautiful.
lineup.
Yeah.
They
The Mets still suck.
They
But we won 2 in a
designate-
row. Go us.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The end of this week. This is Cody Azzarelli. I'm Carl, and we'll see you
That's
guys next
spitballing.
week. We're just spitballing. Later.